Freaking turtle! Yeah, I know the water is messy. They just ate. So, yeah. So there's no cat. Well, I just want to show you guys a little one of the ones I did. Well, this is the other one. Anybody wants to make one of these little pots, these centerpieces to look like 2x4s, they're 3 stir sticks sandwiched together and then cut to the length to make the 2x4. That's the 3 middle pieces. And then some pallets, because I used to work in an industry where we had to deal with them all the time, some pallets have full boarding all the way across. Some have a gap of 2. Some have little gaps all the way along, like about an inch or 2 in between each board. It all depends on where the pallet came from. And sometimes on this end here, this would be notched so the forklift can pick it up from either side. Some of them weren't. This is the style that I chose. It takes, let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 20, about 26 stir sticks. You know, these guys, full length, which is this long. So I laminated 3 together, cut them in half. You know, of course I cut the ends off so they're nice and square, sanded them. And then when I cut them, you get the 2x4 look. 2x4. Anyway, this stain on this one is really simple. Just shoe polish. The old toothbrush, I didn't coat it, just like, you know, just touch it, dark spots a little bit, smeared it, like scrubbed it in like I was brushing my teeth with it on here. Not enough to cover it black, but just, you know, accent it. And then I wiped it off, as you can see. Not a lot, because I didn't use a lot, very little bit. You don't need a lot. Too much is too much. Then I wiped it off, and then I rubbed some mink oil into it. And it looks like it's old. And all it is some shoe polish. You don't even have to use the mink oil. The mink oil is just to help make it waterproof or water resistant. But yeah, just a little bit of shoe polish, rub it in there, wipe off the excess. Looks like an old pallet. And it doesn't look too much different from these ones, except for these two are mahogany stain. There's actual stain on these and some paint, like you can see a bit of green in that. This one is just shoe polish. So you can see the difference in the two. These two are mahogany with some paint. That one's just shoe polish. I mean, yes, I did put some, like I said, some mink oil on this one. Actually, on all 3 of these. But mink oil also helps it so it's dry, so you can touch it, you don't get stuff on your hands. I know I got glue on my fingers. But there you go. These ones are done in mahogany stain with some paint touch-up to give it some aged look, like some green, some black, and some gray on the edges and stuff. Just some shoe polish glued together, exactly the same. You can see it. Nothing fancy. Real easy to do. And yeah, the boards are end flush. They're not perfectly flush because they're never perfectly flush in real life. They're close, but not quite, because that's all you need. And I got another pallet that I'm doing right now. It's drying, so I'll have 4 pallets in total. 2 spindles. This one, like I said, will be sitting like that, so I didn't do the bottom. No, these aren't nuts and bolts going right through. These ones are actually just little tiny nuts, and then I drilled little holes, and they're just finishing nails pushed through the wood and then hot glued in place. So they're not nut and bolt, they're just finishing nails. And then I did it on both sides because this one's going to have steel cable on it, and it's going to get mounted like this on the deck with a strap going over it so you can see the steel cable on there. Alright guys, so there you go. Scale stuff is easy to make. This stuff, first I was overwhelmed when I saw Satro Rotis. I hate saying his name wrong. Showed me how to make this, or saw in his video, and I just kind of tried to copy it and just kind of go. This is the first one that I ever made in my life, and it's actually shockingly looks good. It's not perfectly round, but if anybody's ever found one of these old things, they never are. They're always beat up. They've been kicked off of countless trucks. You know, they usually end up being at a picnic table in somebody's backyard. So there we go. Like I said, this one will be getting some cable. I might even put some cable on this one too. I'm going to stick it like this. We'll see. Alright guys, that's that in a nutshell. Love you all. Remember, It's not complicated. All you need is school glue, some stir sticks, and a little teeny saw to cut the wood, and a couple clamps, or even some old books. Put the piece of wood on there, put a friggin' book on it. Come back to it in 3 or 4 hours. Okay, guys? Remember, build with passion. Oh, friggin' cat!